Where do you think they will rig the Osun election? 3 locations. Do you think they will rig it at the polling unit? Do you think they will rig it at the Ward Collation Center? Or do you think they will rig it at the local government collation center? Where will they rig it? The answer to this question is very, very important. And I know some of you know it. The answer to this question is what will determine how and what methods can be deployed to stop rigging. Where? Many people are focused on vote buying at the polling unit. Are they right? Some are focused on the collation center. Yeah. Plenty mago used to happen there. Are they right? Or will it be at the final collation center, which is at the state collation center? Where exactly will the rigging take place? Let me know what your answer is in the comments before we go into small, detailed analysis. Small. For us to understand where the election will be rigged, we need to do 2 things. Number 1, we need to look at the history of how the elections have been rigged, particularly the off-cycle elections, from Kogi election to Edo, to Ondo, to Anambra, and then to Ekiti. How were they rigged? Where were they rigged? Then once we determine that, then we can now see the best approach to stopping rigging. Now, in all of these off-cycle elections, one thing is common to them all. In fact, 2 things. One is the fact that there's massive vote buying. Massive vote buying. But the number of votes that are bought, is it substantial when you look at the number of rigged votes? Is it? Now, are we going to say that in the Osun election there will not be vote buying? In fact, some people are already saying that there will be vote buying across political parties. And I want to believe that they are right. If APC will buy votes, even Governor Adeleke himself, he go buy. ADC, the guy that is running there, we learned is a former Speaker of the State House of Assembly. Now, all of them will probably buy votes. But is that where the deciding rigging, is that where it will happen? Is it at the polling unit? Now, it is important to man all of these locations, from the polling unit to the ward collation center, to the state local government collation center, to the state final collation center for the governorship election. Very, very important. But where will the rigging happen? If the rigging will happen online, of what use will be manning the various physical location of voting on that day? Of what use will it be? Am I saying that we should take our eye off the physical location? We should not care about what happened physically at the polling unit, at the local government, at the ward? No, far from it. We need to pay attention to make sure that we follow and track what goes on at the polling unit. But this is what we need to look at. If the rigging will happen online, how will you stop that? Now we need to understand what the process of election is on election day. On election day, voters will go to polling units. INEC officials will arrive on time, right? 8 o'clock. Accreditation will start. They'll start accrediting voters and giving them ballot paper to vote. If everything goes well, they will vote their vote. Even with whatever vote buying, because we can't rule it out, there will still be persons who will go to that polling unit and they will be looking for vote buyers. There are persons who, I don't know how their minds are configured, they probably do not see that bad government of APC, bad policies of government is responsible for their problems in this country. They don't see. So they will go to that polling unit and they will be looking for who will buy their vote. In fact, they will be looking for the highest bidder. You can't rule that out. But after the voting has finished and they have processed the votes, counted, sorted, and they have written the results in the form EC8A. After that, what happens? Now, this is important because it will expose how the rigging will be done. After the results are processed, the original form EC8A, the INEC officials will use the beavers to snap it and send to IREV. Abi? But wait, no. It goes first to a validation server. It doesn't go to the public-facing IREV first. No. So if you are at the polling unit and you are supporting a particular political party and they finished voting and then they have processed it, they have written the results on the form EC8A, and you are there, you are watching, vigilant, to make sure that the beavers uploads your results to IREV, and then you watch very, very closely, and you see that yes, the INEC official, they have used the beavers to take a picture of it, they have entered the number of votes against the political parties, and they press send, they press upload, they press submit, right? And then it says successful, and then you are happy that your results from the polling unit has been uploaded to IREV, and you conclude that your work is done. Na lie. Your work is not done, because from the polling unit, once the INEC electoral officials press upload or submit or send, that result does not go to IREV. It goes to a validation server. From that point where it read successful, how many hours do you think it will take before you will see that result on IREV? I have followed it minimum since the Kogi off-cycle election. It happened in the 2023 presidential election, but in the Kogi off-cycle election in Edo, in Ondo, in Anambra, in Ekiti, you will see that the minimum time is 4.5 hours. Minimum time. So if you uploaded your polling unit results, and you watch the INEC official upload it from the polling unit by 4 p.m, before you will see that result on the IREV portal, now like 8:30 p.m. for night. 4.5 hours. What happened? Where did the result go from the beavers? From what they are telling us now, the result goes to a validation server. They call it validation server. Me, I call it Ojoro server. Because you see, on that validation server, now this is my opinion, that validation server has the capacity to do real-time transmission and collation. So whoever has access to that validation server can see at a glance from one page like this how the different political parties performed across the different local governments, across the different wards. They know where one candidate is strong and where that candidate is weak. They know where another candidate is strong and where that same candidate is weak. They know. So they have an ample time, minimum 4 hours, to tweak whatever they want to tweak from the back end. And when they are satisfied, they will take it to IREV. That is when we will now see it in public. In all of those time, we have done one mistake now. The polling unit agent has assumed that because the INEC official pressed submit or upload and the message was successful, you think the work is done. Many people are suggesting that you will now follow the results to the collation center. Guess what? First problem, not everybody is allowed into the collation center. Not even the political party polling unit agent is allowed to the ward collation center. Is not. Every political party will have a ward collation center agent different from the polling unit agent. So even the polling unit agent and voters and supporters, they are not allowed to the ward collation center. So you see, Kwankwasia model cannot work, because that's what Kwankwasia model is based on. And if you think you are going to do gra gra, and you're not go agree, then you are providing the environment for violence, which is what they are looking for. Because once there is violence, police will be authorized legally to tear gas you, and they will also now have an excuse to relocate the collation center. So you see, the Kwankwasia model is good, maybe for 2019 election or 2023 election. But you see, this off-cycle election and in 2027, that Kwankwasia model needs upgrade, serious one, an upgrade with VoteWatch. Because when the results now get to the ward collation center, which is the next level now after the polling unit, what happens there? Majority of the political parties will have their ward collation center agent compromised. And because the ward collation center agent does not have the figures from all the polling units in that ward, it does not have all the figures. It only has the ones that have been submitted to him, if they have been submitted to him, if the polling unit agent has not been compromised, or if they don't even have polling unit agent. So what happens is, when they do the abracadabra in that ward collation center, even the political party ward collation center agent may not understand what is going on. They'll just do it. The more you look, the less you see. That's why I'm saying VoteWatch upgrade is inevitable, because as the INEC officials at the polling unit are using the beavers to take a picture of the Form EC8A result sheet and uploading to their validation server, we will use our phones to take a picture of the same original Form EC8A and upload it to VoteWatch server in real time. So that way, whatever they are doing in that validation server will not matter, because the original results from the polling unit is already out and it's public. And look, let nobody confuse you to say that only INEC can announce results. Yes. Who is contesting that with INEC? Is VoteWatch contesting that with INEC? No. Only INEC has the power to declare results. But political parties, civil society organizations, even citizens, they have the power to say, okay, from my own polling unit, oh, this is my result. And if there is a platform like VoteWatch that can aggregate, that can collect all of those results and electronically collate them in real time, there's no law against that, too. Or do you think there's a law against that? There is none. INEC knows it. The political parties, they know it. I'm talking about the ruling political party. APC know it now. But you see, it is a lot of work to do this, the work that VoteWatch is doing. That's why technology is the only thing that will make it easy. And that VoteWatch upgrade is what the Kwankwasia model needs, so that we can put INEC in check in case anybody within there wants to do anything funny. The rigging will happen where? Online. How do you stop it? VoteWatch. Does that mean you should not monitor what goes on at your polling unit? Definitely not. You must watch what is going on at your polling unit. You must watch what is going on at the collation center. But all of this will be made easier with VoteWatch. Real-time results, real-time collation from the polling unit. That way you demobilize any voting strategy. Now, only people who are planning to rig will not like this solution. So, if Governor Adeleke thinks that he wants to do vote buying, and because of that he will not engage this solution, I wish him good luck. I want to see how he will outbuy APC when it comes to vote buying. I want to see. Have a wonderful day.